gracious me!
What is going on, guys? TVM here. Welcome back to the Road to Glory. We are already live in this episode. Before we get started, though, you've done it again. Thank you very much for the love on the Road to Glory. Let's try and smash as many likes as we possibly can. I'm going to set you a target now. You're going to set me the target, right? You hit the like button if you do go on to enjoy this video. And remember to subscribe if you are new around here. Right, so we have foot swap items available. I say available, let me adjust this because it's far too high up and I can't see what I'm doing. So we have foot swap items that we will be able to unlock. So the first one we only need one token for, it's a silver pack. No one, literally no one will do that. I say that's a lie. I bet you someone will because they can't wait to get 3 tokens to get the next one. Adnan Januzaj and Paco Alcacer is the next two. They both require 3 tokens. There are 14 tokens available throughout October. So we will be able to unlock both of these if we want to. We have the choice, not necessarily going to. But Januzaj, Spanish League right wing, medium low, 4-star weak foot, 3-star skills, not the best. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's decent. And I think he could be useful in the future, not for playing with, but for an SBC that requires a high-rated player, because he's 84 rated, and it's only going to cost us 3 tokens. Next player on the list is going to be Paco Alcacer, and again, he's a lot more usable. 90 reactions is very good, 86 finishing and shot power is very good as well, but again, I don't run a German team, although I've been saying for ages I'd like to get a German team. I don't run a German team, so I don't know about that. But again, it could be used for an SBC, Mixed Prime or Prime Mix Players Pack, Premium Gold Players Pack, Mega Pack, and a Prime Gold Players Pack. I probably won't be doing any of them, unless, of course, I unlock Adam Lallana, leaving us with 2 tokens, and then we'll do... I probably will do the Silver Pack. But then the top-end ones are El Shaarawy, which could come in handy, actually. Although saying that, he's still not that great. Still got terrible reactions. His strength is still abysmal. His stamina is 73, which isn't great. He does have acceleration, sprint speed, finishing, volleys, curve, which is really nice. The ball control is fantastic. But it's still not that great. And by the time we actually manage to unlock it, it'll be November. And that would probably mean that we'll have a lot more coins to be able to improve. We could even go and get Insigne, who's a better player. I just don't see the point in this. Same kind of goes for Adam Lallana. We don't run a Premier League team, so we're not going to be able to get our hands on him. He's got decent stats. He's not amazing, but he does have decent stats. But again, by the time we get our hands on him, it'll be November, and I'll be able to afford someone like David Silva, who is a better player in general. So I don't think there's any point waiting for those. I think what I'm going to do, if I get the tokens, is to get Paco Alcacer and to get Januzaj, and that'll give us that'll use up 6 tokens, meaning that we could have 8 tokens left, which we could get either a 35k pack or a premium gold players pack and maybe the premium silver pack or something. Probably wait for the 35k. If I can get all of them, that's what I'll do. But for right now, the objective to get the first token, by the time you're watching this, there might be a way for you to get another token already. But at the moment, this is the only token. Win 3 division rival matches today to earn a swap deals player item. Obviously, you get a random player that just has a different skin. It's a foot swap skin, and then you use that player in the SBC. So we could go get that silver pack if we win 3 rival games today. I'm hoping that counts as Weekend League, but I doubt it. Speaking of Weekend League, I'm going to go into a game right now. The comment section yesterday, we'll get into the comments when we go to the pre-recorded section, because I have to go play a lot of games, and I'm just going to give Paulinho a healing card, and I think I may have to give the whole team a I might be able to go with some individual fitness here. I'll go into the questions properly when we go to the pre-recorded, like I said, but the one top comment was, don't spend money on Fabinho, he is a waste of coins, he's too expensive. But then there are other people in there that are saying, do it, you might as well spend the money, don't do it. I don't know what to do, really. I'm a bit undecided, so I think until we get rewards, I'm just going to back off, because I was going to do it in today's episode. I'd kind of half decided that I was going to, because I assumed that people would be with me, and people would agree and say, yeah, he'll be a good player. and that we should definitely upgrade to him. If you're wondering why, I anything below 90 fitness, and I have to give him a fitness card. I cannot play with 90 or 89 fitness or less. Same goes for subs. Like, I just can't bring a sub on unless he's got at least 95 fitness. So Alex Texera probably won't see the light of day. Fingers crossed we can get a win. My opponent for my first FUT Champions game of the day has a lot of money. Playing a 4-3-3 instead of the defensive variation. Arsenal eSports. Interesting. Jesus, this guy's like... I feel like I'm playing speed up lag. What is going on? This guy has blitzed me. Right from kickoff, the guy ran at me with like 12 players. Oh, he's gone for it and he scored. The guy is like on drugs or something. Like, he is everywhere. He's running at me so quick. His players must be half stamina already. He's got that fast build-up on, 100%. And he's just on top of me constantly. Oh, he's done me. I've been screwed royally there. Absolutely stretched beyond belief. And we are 2-0 down. And this is the game we can afford to lose, because then we're sort of one every other. Talisca, what a ball through to Lucas that is, by the way. I'm not going to be able to do anything with it, I'm sure. We've hit the post with Anderson. I mean, how close do you want to be? Oh, he's through me again. Auto lunge from the defender, and we're 3-0 down. What? Ay. I 100% deserve to lose that game, and I'm actually surprised I only conceded 3. So if anything, I deserve a win, because I only conceded 3 goals. That guy, right from the get-go, just blitzed me. I couldn't get near the ball, and every second I had on the ball, I didn't have enough time to think about it, basically, and that was the end of it. So we've still got ourselves 5 wins. I think is it 5 from... What is it now? I forget where we are. 5 from 10, so we are literally 50-50. If we continue on this form, gold 3 is where we're going to finish, and I'm happy with that, because it's not my ability that's at fault, it's my nerve. That's all it is. If I went into Division Rivals, I'd win, and I know I would, because my record in Division Rivals has been very good, because there's no pressure there. If I lose, I know I can just go into another game, and it's not a problem. In Weekend League, I know I need a set number of wins, so it's... Yeah, it's nerve-wracking, and I've never been very good at it. That's why I could never really play the daily knockout tournament very well. So we'll see how we get on in the next set. 8 games to show you now, and fair to say I have a fair share of my rocky performances. There was one game in particular that I'll try and commentate over, or at least speak about when we get there. I forget what game it was, but I'm hoping I'll be able to pick it up. I really should have won it, and I was livid, and I still am. And this happened about 12 hours ago, and I am still really annoyed at myself for not finishing the game off. You know when you play those type of people who you know straight away, I can beat this guy. He's not that great. It's just a case of me putting the ball in the back of the net. And I didn't. You know, maybe I scored once and he equalised through a really jammy goal, and then it was just 1-1 for the best part of like 70 minutes. And then right at the end, 86 minutes or something, we've conceded. And we end up losing the game 2-1 to a guy that genuinely, I think, it could have been his first FIFA. You know, he just didn't play that well at all. He kept pressing pause, actually, on cutscenes. So to be fair, he could actually be a PES player, which would be even more embarrassing. Anyway, we've got quite a few comments to get through, and a lot of them are about Fabinho, interestingly enough. But before we get to that, we do have a comment from Matalana, who says that I should put a Hawk chem style on Arnautovic because it would boost the stats that he's lacking in, because he's not the fastest, etc. And I totally agree. I actually put a chem style on Talisca. I was an engine chem style, I believe, because I felt like he lacked a certain few things. And I noticed that, I don't know what it was, something clicked with me in the last few games that I was playing last night. And it's weird, it's like I'm in the Matrix. I see things completely differently than what I did before we started Weekend League. Passes look different to me, the gameplay looks completely different. It's almost like I'm sort of visualising it as a chess game. I'm looking, as soon as I play a ball, I'm already looking about the next 2 passes, you know, and I'm trying, like, this was part of it. I knew Talisca would make that run, and I just needed to wait for him to make the run. So I was trying to waste a bit of time doing a few ball rolls and things like that for him to arrive. And I started to sort of play like that as we go on, to the point now where I'm looking for specific instructions, or rather stats, in my players. Reactions need to be higher. Decora is brilliant at breaking up the play, but when it comes to intercepting and things like that, he is so slow and sluggish because his reaction time isn't good enough. I need people with at least 85 reactions in my team. Nearly every position, because first touches are causing me a lot of problems. Every time that I'm in at the back and the ball comes to me and my defender intercepts it, he'll sort of just nudge it back to the opposing player, or he'll try and, he'll spin around with it or something stupid like that, trying to get it under control, and end up just giving it back to the opponent, or just stands there because he can't sort of react quick enough. It's almost like he's stuck in mud and he's like, I need to go, and then it's too late. He's lost the ball. That was a very poor goal to concede. I was quite annoyed by that as well. It was one of those really annoying FIFA goals, and that's pretty much what it was. Those type of goals, or rather efforts, I don't really come up against that often. People are moaning online about the time finesse shot being overpowered. And it is, don't get me wrong, it really is, but I very rarely come up against anyone who uses it against me. I'm the one using it constantly. Look at this, every goal I score pretty much is a timed finesse from the edge of the area, or from even further out. And people don't seem to do it that often against me. I'm not quite sure why, but we went 2-0 up very early on. It wasn't that early on at all, was it? But we went 2-0 up anyway. Look at this from Malcolm. That is mental. Didn't even time it right. I think I hit it too late, and he still managed to put that top bins. That is a crazy goal. Really good goal. Came up against a guy with an icon. I think this could have actually been the game that I feel like I could have won, because he wasn't the best of players. I think we go a goal up. I think he then equalises, and then he nicks one late on. Another finesse from just inside the area this time. People telling me that Fabinho is phenomenal in game, and that I should go with him if I don't mind spending the money. People saying that also Fernandinho isn't as good in game, and you can tell the difference. But then by the same token, someone says Fabinho is way too expensive, and there are definitely better players for cheaper. The problem that I have with that is that Fabinho, yes, he's expensive, but his reaction times are good, his defensive skills are on point, and he's just he's got a lot more stamina, that's it. A lot more stamina than Fernandinho. And that, to me, is a lot more important than anything else. So, if it means me having to spend more money to get Fabinho into the team, then I think maybe it could be worth it. I'm still reluctant to spend any money before rewards come out, because we are Sunday afternoon now. I'm hoping rewards come out Monday after Weekend League finishes. But, I'm not gonna bank on it, because you just never know, right? But I'm hoping they come out Monday, and we can open our packs, we can get our coins, and then we can sort of assess what the situation is, if we pack anything, if we don't pack anything, what we packed, what is worth. And then, of course, we've got Rivals rewards on Thursday, and then that could tip us over the edge to, right, we can afford this guy, that guy. I'm actually going to go build a team in a second. I'm going to build two teams. I'm going to build the one that I'd like to sort of improve this side with, because now that I have a sort of slightly better understanding of what I want in my players, I'm going to build a team based around that, but I'm going to use as many of the players as I have now as possible, because obviously I don't want to change it too much. A, I'm used to it, and B, I don't want to have to go out and spend all of my coins and sell my entire team and then use coins on a new team, etc. And I'm going to build what I want to try and gear towards as well. Now, that being said, we have played 18 matches and won 10. It's a terrible record, I know, but we are only 4 wins away now from Gold 3, which is definitely going to put us where I want to be. Silver 1 is the bare minimum I would accept, but to be fair, needing 4 wins from 12 matches, if I can't do that, then there is something fundamentally wrong with me. So the first team that I want to show you is essentially the team that I think I'm going to build into after the Weekend League rewards. Now, for finishing Gold 3, which is presumably where we're going to finish, I think we get 30,000 coins, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm going to take a quick check because I actually forgot if that's the case. I think it's about 30,000, is it? Yes, 30,000, 2 35k packs, 1 50k pack, and then 2 player picks, which I'm really excited to see. I honestly think we're going to get shafted with those player picks. I think they're going to be like, or for finishing gold, you get 183 guaranteed, and the rest is just, you get like 180, 183 or something like that. And then for silver, it'll be like, between a 75 and 80, and you've got to finish in elite plus to be able to get a decent player pick. I honestly think we're going to get shafted with it, but I'll reserve judgment until D-Day. Now, with that being said, the Liverpool connection is completely unintentional. I know I'm a Liverpool fan, but it's not something that I've ever done. I've never really had Liverpool players in my team, besides Mo Salah last year, because his card was sensational. But this Fabinho card, Reactions 83, which is about 10 better than Decora, which is fantastic. He's got 88 stand tackle, 85 slide, 83 marking, and exceptional stamina, 93 stamina. That's what I really, really want in my sort of CDM style players, is the ability to just constantly run all day without getting tired. Because that, I don't like subbing out my CDMs. I like subbing out the left mid, the right mid, and Talisca, because unfortunately Talisca's stamina isn't the best. But more importantly than that, he doesn't have high attacking work rate, which is what Decora has. He's only got a 2-star weak foot, which is a bit of a problem, but I'd still much rather have him than I would have Fernandinho. And the price is an extra sort of, 40, 50k, which is not ideal, but it's not the end of the world. Now, Roberto Firmino isn't a player that I'm necessarily that excited to use, but having said that, he does sort of tick most of my check boxes. Stamina being one of the big ones, because again, it means I don't need to sub him out the entire game unless something's not working, and I feel like pace would be a better option, and in which case Teixeira can come on, or someone else who's on the bench. I mean, I like using Marega at the moment. You would have seen him score a few goals in the clips, because he's very quick, but he's strong with it. He's got 86 reactions, which again is much better than any other striker that I've had. Reaction time, of course, is very important when it comes to taking shots under pressure, and when it comes to just moving the ball quickly as well, as does composure, which is 87. His dribbling, his ball control are all fantastic. He's got good short passing, and then again, of course, his finishing and his attack positioning, brilliant. Little chem style to improve that pace and acceleration, and we could have ourselves a really, really nice player. How much does he cost? He's around 100 or 90,000 coins. He's actually come down because, okay, he's in the 80s then. So what, 88,000? So for about 170,000 coins, which isn't too far from where we are away now. In fact, if I quick sold a few of the informs that we have, some of the discard informs, I could get both of these right now. Fabinho is what, 80,000 coins? 81,000 combined with the 80 something there. Yes, just over 160,000 coins. And we could have this team. I will 100% be able to build this after Weekend League rewards come out. Now, that is the first step. I'm not happy with Dani Alves, but at the moment, there isn't really much option. However, once we get Firmino in there, we won't need the link to Lucas anymore. So we could actually put, I'm thinking Versalco from Inter. We could put him in there. I really like that guy. Really good little defender. In fact, let's do that right now. I can't spell his name. I don't even know why I tried to do that. Let's do it the less embarrassing way, and just go to the league. There might be another option in there. I can't really think of one off the top of my head. Let's just do this and have a look. So we've got João Cancelo, who doesn't fit. Florenzi doesn't fit. Versalco with no E. So Versalco, or Vesalico, I don't know how to say his name, but either way, he is probably going to be my main man in there. I think he has a one to watch though, doesn't he? So he comes with a bit of a price tag, especially as into play today, so that he's going to be a little bit more expensive. But if he doesn't do anything on the weekend now, performance-wise, to warrant potentially getting an upgrade, he'll come down in price, I would imagine. So that could be the team going into the next Weekend League. Interestingly enough, it's a pretty solid team actually. I think the weakest link in that side there, and then after I do those upgrades, probably Anderson, to be honest. Yes, he has an inform. That's another 140k on top. I think I could probably sell Anderson for a nice chunk of change now, because obviously we bought him for 13,000. But wow, he is selling right now. We could probably get 30,000 coins for Anderson. I am going to do that. I'm not even going to think about it, actually. I was going to say, do you reckon I should? But, I mean, 30,000 coins is far too much money to pass up on. So, obviously, because he's not in packs right now, That is a mental amount of money to get back for him. And then I don't care. We'll put anyone there. It doesn't really bother me. We could put any Premier League player there in that team and it would work. If I got rid of him and I put Anthony Martial in there, that would essentially be that. I mean, we could sell Anderson, add an extra 10, 15k and get ourselves Anthony Martial right now, before the weekend league even finishes. And that would work in the team, incidentally. So, I mean, that is a choice. I mean, that is interesting. Very, very interesting. That team looks brilliant, by the way. I really like the look of that. I don't actually know how Martial is. I don't know how he plays. He looks like he could be decent. Doesn't have the best of staminas, but he's got excellent dribbling and ball control. His reactions are okay. They're better than Anderson's. His agility is good. Acceleration and sprint speed's good. Shooting's not too bad. Long shots are okay. Could boost out with the chem style. Good curve. I think that is probably going to be the aim going into the next Weekend League. And I genuinely cannot believe that on Weekend League 2, I could be running that team with no money spent. That is crazy. Laporte then would be the next thing to upgrade. I don't know who I'd upgrade him to, but that's definitely the next thing to look at. Interesting. Do you like the look of that team? Would you change anyone in particular? I know I've gone a little bit too Premier League there, to be honest. Eventually, like I said, we will change Talisca. Paulinho will move out of there. We'll change and we'll go completely different. We'll build another team. I do eventually want to get icons in there, so that'll change the dynamic completely. I suppose it's just a case of being patient, hope that we get good rewards, maybe good player picks. Player picks could change the entire thing. That's it's going to be interesting. What do you think of that team? Let me know in the comment section down below. Who would you change? Who would you keep? Etc, etc. Thank you very much for watching. Till the next time, goodbye.